Hello, my name is Matthew, and today I want to talk to you about something that in my marriage it continually sort of lets us start over in the scorekeeping. So, of wrongs done, who's done this wrong, who's done that wrong, who's made more mistakes, failures. It enables us to, my wife and I, to just kind of wipe the scoreboards clean, and that's forgiveness. And this is going to sound so simple, but I've often found the most important things in my marriage are the simplest and therefore the hardest things to do. So I think of it in three parts, and I know maybe it seems like kindergarten stuff, but a lot of the most important stuff are. So okay, so the process of experiencing forgiveness, and I mean, we go through this almost daily. I will typically say something stupid. It's typically me asking for forgiveness. I will say something stupid. I'll make a dumb joke. I'll make a mistake. I'll forget something, and we find ourselves in this. And when I don't want to engage that process, I will defend myself. Will draw it out. I'll come back. I'll lash out, turn it on her. But I found for myself and other relationships, when I watch other relationships and they're getting this long drawn out fight, and it's like, this would be, you could resolve this in 2 minutes if you would just walk through the process of forgiveness and move on. Okay, so first first process or first part, admit. Again, not rocket science. Admit you've done something wrong. For me, it will be like, hey, that was I oftentimes I like to think of myself as a comedian, so oftentimes I will make some dumb joke and go too far, and my wife will be like, hey, that was hurtful, or not cool, man, come on. And so if I can let go of being defensive and trying to dig my heels in, I will simply say, you're right, that was my bad, or I totally messed up, that was on me. So I'm taking complete ownership. So you can't, if you're going to receive forgiveness or give forgiveness, it's not needed unless there was a transgression, right? Unless there was something was done wrong. And so, like, if you didn't do anything wrong, there's no reason for them to extend that forgiveness. So first part, just admit it, own it, take ownership of it. Secondly, simple, ask for forgiveness. It's like, hey, I am sorry. I completely messed up. Hey, I went too far. I hurt your feelings. Will you forgive me? And that frames up the extent. That frames up the context for. I realized I messed up. I've broken something, right? I've broken trust with you, and now I'm asking to repair trust. Will you give me this gift? And again, so simple, but you'll watch a couple sometimes, and you're like, if you would just admit you're wrong and ask for forgiveness, most of the time that will bridge that gap. So admit you're wrong, ask for forgiveness, and then the other person, the extension of forgiveness. Again, for more serious things like an affair or some secret gambling debt or porn addiction or something, this might be a longer period. For my wife and I, oftentimes this is a daily thing, right? And it's typically me being like, I'm a knucklehead. And so this part is the other person's role now is, hey, I've admitted I'm wrong and I've asked for forgiveness. The other person, it's their part to give that gift of forgiveness. And it completely just, I've seen so many times, yeah, if I mess up or whatever, it might take 5 to 10 minutes, but it's pretty quick to reset when we keep that daily scorecard, when we continue to whiteboard that daily scorecard, if you will, of who's messed up and how badly. That extension of forgiveness, hey, I forgive you. Like, it's so simple, but the power of just saying, will you forgive me? And the other person in so many times, right, that other person, your partner, your spouse, is going to be like, wow, they've owned that they've owned the fact that they're wrong, they messed up. They're now asking for to rebuild trust and this forgiveness. Yes, I will forgive you. And verbally articulating that, not, it's okay, don't worry about it. Hey, you said you were going to do that thing and you didn't do it. Nah, not important. Because the fact is, hey, this is important. This is our relationship. I'm not saying it doesn't matter. I am saying I forgive you. You messed up. We accept that. I'm extending grace to you, and let's start afresh. And then the other part of that is like, the relationship there is, and all of these, again, so simple, they all have to work together. Sometimes someone is saying like, hey, I forgive you, and the other person says, well, I didn't do anything wrong. I'm not asking for forgiveness. I said I was sorry. I'm not saying and it's like, if you also, that person, now I have to accept forgiveness. I have to say, hey, you're right, thank you. Otherwise, it's like the gift bounces off, right? It's like, hey, I forgive you. It's like, well, I don't need forgiveness. I didn't do anything wrong, right? So admit when you've messed up, own that, ask for forgiveness, apologize. I'm sorry. Would you forgive me? And then, as that other party involved, or if you're that other person where someone's apologizing to you, extend forgiveness. Just articulate it. I forgive you. And then, if you're the person asking, receive that. Thank you. Thank you for your forgiveness. Can we start over? Again, I know this sounds like elementary stuff, but it's amazing how this process of forgiveness it's the reset button. It's the reset button of, you owe me this. Well, months and years ago, well, you said you were going to do that and you never did, so now I want this. And there's this manipulative kind of trading, like, well, you forced me to go to my mother, your mom's house for Thanksgiving, and I didn't want to, and so now you owe me, right? Perpetual tallying. So this, on a daily basis, and even on a profoundly deep basis when terrible things happen, enables bridges to be rebuilt. I hope this was helpful.